Okay. So first thing first, the entire setup is completed. I will give a demo and I'll go through the entire program, how it has happened. I literally had to prepare these documents because yesterday you saw sometimes I was hiding. I was working on my client documents and my current client document. So I just don't want anything go to wrong. So that's why I prepared all the documents, removed all the screenshots and everything. So I just don't want to go anything. But I know what, now documents are up to date with everything running and all. So now I'll give a demo and I will just go through all the things what I've done. Lot of things because yesterday 4 5 hours till 11 o'clock I had to work to fix that one issue. That issue I didn't had in Red Hat Linux, but in Oracle Enterprise Linux somehow that OID setup, that's the main thing. So that gave me a lot of problem. And today morning I get 2 hours to fix the issue. Then I thought, okay, let me. So many documents are not synchronized because 12 to 24 only one customer only I implemented. The customer was very particular with the latest version, and also 12 to 3 has expired. Right, 12 to 3 is expired. So I didn't practice in my home because 12 to 13 I already practiced. 12 to 24 directly I was working with the directly client places. Right. So first I'll give a demo. You have to understand this demo. Then then you will know how what we did. Okay. So now when you enter this Oracle e-business, as I told you, it will get authenticated. It will get authenticated with the FND user. But after implementing SSO single sign-on, it will get it will get authenticated with you know it will get authenticated with with Active Directory. So that's the thing what so when you enter when you enter your URL, when you enter your URL, it basically takes you to OID screen. See, so a new screen is been it navigates to Oracle Access Manager. So that's the main thing. So normally, when you enter Oracle e-business, you'll just get username, password, and it will get navigated to e-business. But here you have another screen, which is called Oracle Access Manager screen. So here, apps, you enter a user which we created yesterday. We created a user called apps user one, and the password was welcome123. So let me type correctly because always the password is goes for a toss. Welcome one.
Sure, this user is created in AD or in SSO?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. It is created in AD, Active Directory. Okay. So you enter username and password. So this is created in AD, but today again I'm going to create another user, and I'll show you the complete cycle. Okay. So now you log in. So now what happens is he gets authenticated with Active Directory. He gets authenticated with Active Directory, and Active Directory will say, yes, hey, yes, your password is correct. Then you come to Oracle e-business. Oracle e-business. It looks only 3 screens, but you know what? To implement it, it is not that easy. We have seen like yesterday 7 documents are there to implement this, right? So now what I'll do, I'll create one user and I will see. So this one you saw a demo. So now what happens? We will create one, user, and we will see whether that user is coming to, coming to Oracle e-business. Okay, so that we'll do that. Okay. So we go to Active Directory. New user has joined our company. So tell me any name. Tell me any name. So I just because it's like a magic, right? I don't want.
Srikanth.
Srikanth. That's
Srikanth.
right. Okay. Okay. So we already have 3 users. So these users will work out. But now we'll create a new user. Okay, Srikanth. Okay, so we'll maintain small maybe. Okay, Srikanth. Okay. So Srikanth. Okay. So if you see Srikanth, this name, I will show that he's not there anywhere. Before I can. We will search in ODSM. Okay, we'll search for this user whether he's there or not, because from Active Directory it comes to OID. I didn't added the user, but I'll just show the flow, because to understand this flow itself will take a longer time. So see, now if you say Srikanth, see Srikanth is not here because you are not yet added, right? So now we'll take Srikanth whether he's in e-business. Okay, whether he is there in e-business. So let us see. Okay, so no problem. We will. I just added. Okay, we will go by hard code. It's showing all the users which came, but what we'll do, where username like %Sri. Okay, Srikanth. Okay, so we will see. So already I migrated today. I tested it. So yesterday I created one user, test user, apps user, apps user 1, apps user 2. These are all I created. See, 10 December, 10 December, all they came. Okay, but now when you see Srikanth, right? See, Srikanth is not there, right? So this user is not there in e-business. This user is not there in OID. So because you didn't add the user. So now Srikanth joins this company. So okay, I added the user. Password, welcome 123, capital W. Okay, password never expires. Next, finish. Okay, so now what happens is I have set up completely. So from here, first from Active Directory, he comes to OID, and from OID he comes to e-business. So we'll see one by one. See, before this we saw he's not there. Okay, we will see whether he's come. If not, again we have to refresh. Okay, he has not yet come, so we'll wait for some time, because it has to take like 1 to 2 minutes to come. And now if you see here also,
no need to run any GP update, Kishore, on AD.
Nothing. Everything is done. So here if you see, here also he has not yet come. Okay, so we will just wait for some time. He has to come. First he will come to OID, and from OID he will come to e-business. So I will show the entire sequence. Then I will go through all the documents, how it has been implemented. All the documents are being updated today, whole day. I think yesterday 3-4 hours, almost 11 o'clock, and today complete morning to evening I had to do this, because I just wanted to show all of you. Okay, let us see. See, now Srikanth came. See, Srikanth came. So first he will come here. First he will come to ODSM, and now whether we will see whether he came to e-business. Let us see. He has not yet come. So he is traveling. He is traveling from US to India via Qatar.
Kishore, I have one question here. You created this user in AD and it is flowing to ODI. So there should be some background mechanism which runs, right? So what exactly is
I'll
that?
do. I'll tell you. First, let us finish off this. Then I'll talk.
Sorry.
Yeah. See, now he has come. So he went to Kuwait. He relaxed 3-4 hours. Okay, and he came to Hyderabad, right? So yeah, so that's what. So what happens now onwards, once now it has been completely done. So whenever a new user is been now any user who joins the organization, what happens is they will create the users here. They will create the users here. He comes to he comes to OID, and from OID he comes to he comes to Oracle e-business. And now we'll see whether he gets authenticated or not. Okay, so we will see whether he get authenticated. So for that, let me log out the old guy. Okay, Srikanth. Okay, password. I always Srikanth. Okay, let us log in. See, Srikanth is logged in. And now if you see there is no responsibilities. So what happens is in real-time company, what happens in real-time company is for all the new users, the technical people or functional people, they will edit and they will add the responsibility. But now onwards, Srikanth is not a local user. He cannot connect local user. He has to go via SSO only. Okay, he can connect via SSO only. Okay, so this is called SSO link. There is something called we have to understand there is something called SSO link, and there is something called non-SSO link. Okay, we need to find out what is the difference between SSO link and non-SSO link. Okay, link. Okay. So with SSO link, you cannot log in as sysadmin. Like those users you cannot log in because they are all not available, right? They are not available, and not only we don't create, because like for example, I connect sysadmin, it will not work out because this user is not present. Okay, see, authentication failed because it's not there. So then how these people will log in? How these people will log in? So they will log in using local JSP. Yeah, so they log in. This is called non-SSO URL, what we call it a companies. Non-SSO or non-SSO link they call. Right? So for all the sysadmins, right? Because they are not, we don't put sysadmin user, we don't create them in Active. So how they will log in? Because you have to perform few activities as sysadmin, right? So those people, they have to log in using non-SSO. That's it. See, they can log in and they can work. These are all called sysadmin, and there are some 10-15 users will be there. Operations. So all these people, they have to log in using non-SSO. Okay. Okay. Then I'll show another one. So sometimes you can also create a user in OID also. You can create a user in OID, and you can see whether he's coming to e-business. Okay, we will do that. So for sometimes you want to test. See, there is always a problem. Oh, the user is there in OID. He's not in e-business. He cannot log in. So like that, actually, I'll be sharing you like 20 cases are there. As I told you, for my company, I prepared a troubleshooting document, which I'll be sharing with all of you. 13. So in that previous company where I worked in Accenture, so with like almost 10-15 customers, I only prepared, nobody prepared this. So 18 cases I prepared. Oh, there is customer information, of course, no problem, because I'm not working for that company. So that company information, whether reveals or not, no problem. Okay, so 15-20 cases I given. So these cases will help you. And one of my student, I still remember, I just provided my videos, I provided his notes, and he's handling 5-6 years. And a lot of people, a lot of my students are there worldwide, who are just accessing only my videos, and they're not able to attend. So they're also able to handle, a thing. Because if notes is good and if documents are there, then what more you need? Okay. Okay.
Sir,
So that
user Srikanth will not be able to log in with apps local login.
Srikanth cannot log in now as a local login. Okay, we'll see that. He cannot log in. He has to be an SSO user only because we made him SSO. Okay.
Okay.
So now suppose Srikanth has to log in like this. Okay, Srikanth and password is welcome 123. Let us see. It came to SSO screen. It will work slowly. See, it will not allow him. Login place, please verify your administration. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the thing. So so yeah, that's the way how it works. Normally they will it is an audit check has come in my company. So they told any user, SSO user, suppose he leaves the company, if he's able to log in using local JSP, then it's a problem, right? Against security threat. So that's why they don't want any user to use this local. Suppose they know this URL, if they know this URL, and it's a risk for the company. So that's why in one company they really audit habit, and they told no user should be able to use this local JSP. Okay, so he's a SSO user. He has to only log in with that. Yeah. So that is one point what I wanted to tell. Okay, so there is so many of permutations combination is there. That's why my that troubleshooting document is there, right? User is present here, user is present not there, present here, present not here, present here. He's present in AD, is not there in OAD. So many things are there. So that's why I've created some troubleshooting documents, and hopefully one of the case will be there. So so sometimes, right, we test it. Hey, sometimes we test it. Okay, if I create a user in OAD, whether he's coming e-business, that way what you can identify, okay, the transfer is happening from OID to e-business. So how we test it? So we have a ORCL admin user. I create like, okay, create like. Okay, so we'll create a user called Vinay, Vinay 123. Just for testing purpose, and then we normally end date it, because we should not create users in production. Also we'll do it, but we end date it after testing. We will end date it. Okay, this is like a testing. Okay, hey, whether the sync is happening. If sync is not happening, then we have a different way how to fix it. Okay, but we test it. Okay, now Vinay 123. Okay, we will see whether Vinay has come or not. Vinay has not come. Okay. Okay, so we have to wait for some time. So if he is not coming, then there is a problem with registration, deregistration. So there are, we need to deregister and register the thing. So this is all like troubleshooting. Then if user is not there in OID itself, then okay, so let me create a user in AD. Then you can see whether the transfer is happening to OID. So if you, yeah, see, now Vinay 123 came. So it takes like 1 to 2 minutes. You have to wait. for the things, and there is something called GUID. There's a lot of things. There is a lot of importance is there for this particular thing, troubleshooting especially and all, right? So I showed you two, two directions, to what is the draw IO. Let me go to draw IO. Okay, so what I did, first I added a user. First case is I added a user in AD, right? So then we saw him, travel. We saw him travel to OID, or in ODSM we can search users. Anytime we want to search, whether the user is there or not, whether he came or not, Vinay is there or not. So this is something like a very easy method for us. See, Vinay, oh, okay, he's here. Oh, he is not there in e-business. So this is the way we normally search. In OID, we will search like this. ODSM, we connect to ODSM. It's like a search engine. Okay. So then, he came to, Oracle e-business. So this is one flow, one flow which I showed you, AD to OID to e-business. So I also showed you another flow, like, OID. Yeah, OID to e-business. One flow I showed like this also, right? So you need to get comfortable with all of this. So in order to get comfortable all this, you should have an environment. So how did I create an environment? As I told you, I had another machine. So I had another one more machine with this only 32.
Sure. Can I ask a question, Kishore?
Yeah, sure.
If you go to the diagram, please. The first flow I understood, but the second one which you created, Vinay, right? Vinay user, which is on ODI. So that once you created, it has been election to the e-business suite and it has come there. But what about it will resync back to the AD also?
No.
It will not be there in the AD.
It will not. No. This is only for our testing, because most of the complaints what we get is sometimes the deregister and registration, some mess up happens. So then the user is not coming to e-business. This is normal complaint. The user is there. Oh, it's not coming to e-business. Oh, he's there in OID. Oh, he's there in OID. He's not coming to e-business. Okay, let us test it. We'll create some test user. We'll create test user, and whether it's coming. Oh, it's not happening. Then there is a solution. Then there is a solution. Integrate e-business with OID. So we have to unregister. Yeah, we have to deregister. We need to deregister, and we have to register. We have to deregister and register. Provision type 3. Provision type 3 means I'll be going through all of this, but I'm just telling. Provision type 3 is 3 means we want to sync users from OID to e-business. So because you ran this command, whenever a user is added in OID, he comes to e-business. Okay. Whenever you add a user, in OID, he comes to e-business because of this particular command. Then for the question what Syed asked me, sir, how come when you are adding a user in AD, how is he coming? So for that, we have created a profile. Okay, I'll go through that. So that is OM12C Enterprise Manager. Okay, you need to connect to Enterprise Manager, and here we have created a profile, and we have connected Active Directory with OID. Okay. So where did we created the profile? Okay, we created a profile called AD to OID bolke, one profile we created. So how we created the profile? Synchronized profile. So you can create one profile, and here if you see the properties, So my Active Directory I have given in the companies, you have to get this information. Oh, yesterday I was searching for one document, I told you, right? Steps, yeah. So I'll be sharing with you, because normally in the companies we will send this as a template. Okay, see, the total installation is so many things are there. Okay, right? So we will get the server IP address. We get the AD read only user ID and because you cannot write to AD. You at any cost, we should be not be able to write to the AD. So they only provide read only. You cannot ask administrator. Here I'm using an administrator, but in real time they provide read only user ID and the password. It only flows from Active Directory to OID to eBusiness, but it's not other way around. Okay, so we asked them whether, boss, you are using Active Directory 2012 or 2016. How many approximate users will be migrated? Any specific organization? Because if you don't ask this organization, right? Yesterday I created one organization called employees. So today I have a lot of time to talk on all this, because if I just go on show the installation, I may not discuss upon all that. That's the reason today.
Kishore, how the licensing works for this one? Is it per user base or CPU base?
So normally they told that don't bring as much many users. So it is like companies will be very bothered based in F&D users only. The count based on F&D users. So that's why we need to get this organization unit. So normally in companies, right, you may have like many organizations, and sometimes the companies may have 20,000 users also. But we specifically will ask them, hey, what is the organization you are interested? So they will tell employees, employees organization unit. They will tell us employees apptb.info. So we'll only get only these users. See, even if you see in ODSM, I'm not seeing all the users. Okay, only 4 users only will be there. Only four users only there. So normally when auditing or licensing happens, that's what in F&D users, how many users are there? That is more important for the Oracle people. So if you bring like 10-15,000 users who are not using it, then it will impact. Right. It will impact for the company. So that's why they always tell. That's why in one of the question what we ask is what is the organization unit you're interested, and also we'll ask them how many approximate users are there, because sometimes you may be wrong or they may be wrong. So they'll tell, oh, okay, approximately there are 300-400 users. So after after you bring the users, you can count, okay, these are the users. Okay, so it's like that.
Okay, so other question I have is we already talked about that one, that the users created, they cannot use the local URL to log in like sysadmin. So is there any profile being set for those users which cannot use local?
Yeah, okay. I'll go through that.
Sir, I have a scenario like we have a contractors where those details will not be added in the AD directory, and we simply have to give access to the EBS application, only EBS application.
Then you make them local users. There's some profile, so you directly add them in eBusiness, and they have to use local JSP. So you have to create them as a local users. So they will not follow the
local login.
Local JSP.
There is example of certain integration where you need to integrate with some cloud products using SOA or something else based on requirements. They do not need direct login, so you need to create those local in the EBS instead of creating an AD, right?
Right. So actually there's one profile where you say it is whether it is like that profile is there, application something. Either you can provide SSO, local, or both. So mostly for all the users we'll make it SSO. So in the Srikanth example, we have to create a user and make it local, right? And sometimes for few users you can give both. Means, see, Active Directory I implemented, but before implementing there are already some local users, right? So they have this advantage of using both. Not the new users. New users they have to use SSO only. But already if the organization is already having 100 users, so the company has started with non-SSO. So there are 100 users. So those 100 users has one advantage. As one advantage, if you want to remove this, you can make it SSO. But if at all you give for 100 users, like if you give, you say both, then they can, in local JSP, they have to use FND user password. And when they use SSO link, they have to use whatever password in the AD. Only it is for the people who are there. That's why I didn't took this condition. But this condition arises in most of the companies where they started without SSO, then they implemented SSO. But for the new users, it will be SSO. So they only have to go through SSO login. And in case Srikanth, what example I told, okay, boss, the user will not be added to Active Directory because he's a contractor. So then we open the Oracle eBusiness as sysadmin. We connect to JSP this as a sysadmin user, and we create a user. So then he has to use this particular link to log in. Okay. So yeah, I was going through this spreadsheet because normally, so we normally ask 32 GB RAM for 200 GB. But the entire, I have created my, the entire application, Oracle eBusiness. And then we created 2 VMs. Okay, we created 2 VMs. One VM with 8 GB RAM. Okay, 8 GB RAM, and for the OID OEM, I created 14. So 14 plus 8, 22. 22 I used. So 10 GB I used for my eBusiness. eBusiness I'm running on local JSP. So with 32 GB, you can have your. So that's why I created a separate machine. So I don't want, because that our machine already rack is there, eBusiness is there, DR is there. I don't want to disturb that machine. So I had another machine. Which almost like 6 months it is idle. So I took this machine. I thought with 32 GB, can I handle it? Yes, you can do it. On host machine, you run your eBusiness, and you create 2 VMs, one for Windows 2016 and one for OEM, and you can implement everything. So then we have this. You can install. So these are the steps. Connectivity verification, able to connect to VPN, sudo, Active Directory, business instance. Then you start the installation. 12.2.3 and 12.2.13, 12.2.14. The steps are similar. Just the steps are similar. So OID installation starts with, either you can go with 12C or 19C. I went with 19C. You install Java, you install Fusion Middleware, you install OID, you install RCU, you configure, you perform initial setup, apply required patches on OID, SSL configuration. So these are all steps yesterday we did. Now, only OID is little complex. Yesterday we seen the complex, but OEM is again the same. So again, you install the Fusion middleware. Okay, so let me put this. You have to install fresh. Yeah, you have to install Fusion middleware, then OEM software, RCU, configure domain, and integrate OEM with OID. So that will be the second step. Then you have to do a registration between eBusiness to OID. You have to do a registration. So we do that. There are a few Oracle eBusiness patches we need to apply and do the registration that I'll go through. Then we need to link AD to OID. So for that, we need to create a profile, enable the profile, and we do the testing. Okay. So then, then we need to install WebGate installation. We have to create a access gate, manage server, register with OEM, and set up Java external authentication plugin. We need to do, because we have to get authenticated with Active Directory. There are a few steps. SSO testing. That's all. And this is all normally in real-time companies we do, like logout. Here I not implemented logout. Fiddle test tracing is for tracing. It will show actually a flow, like how the flow is happening. In a normally when you open an SR, this fiddle tracing is important. Troubleshooting document. This is all like advanced only right now. We are not, then, e-business with IDCs. Now this is very popular for one of the companies. This has been implemented. Integrate. This is on premises, right? Whatever we did is on premises. But in cloud, what happens is there is something called e-business asserter. There is e-business asserter and Azure AD they use. The Azure AD. Actually, it's an integration within Azure AD. So this is really good. Like, the future means already in one company. Of course, the project didn't came to us. So the third party is implemented, but I know that what they have done. So they integrated e-business in using in OCI. Okay, so here in OCI. So they migrated from on-premises to OCI, and they moved all the users from Azure AD to OCI, and you don't have OID, OEM, and all so many things, right? You don't have here. There is just like an e-business asserter. You need to have a WebLogic. On top of it, you need to install I did once, but yeah, I just did once. So it's like that. So this all, if you know this, it's very, very good. Then integrate Okta with OCI also for some companies we do. And also certificate is very important, not self-certificate, but in real-time companies, normally they don't like, we are going with non-SSL, but in real-time companies, e-business, they will implement SSL, and OAM also they will implement SSL. I have to tell you, because in a real-time company, I have to do that. If you see, for example, everything is, so if you click this link, right, it goes to 1400. Yeah, it goes to 1400. See, 1400, and this is non-SSL. But in real-time company, we implement SSL. 14101 is the port we run, and that was there. So that one, that is in real-time. You need to be ready for it. At least if you can do all this, then those are all small activities what you do. Okay. So these are the things, boss. And normally we take, I given this estimates 1 day for all this, 3 days for this. So normally first time we take 2 weeks. And you know what, in production, how much downtime we need for this? Any guesses? How much downtime do we need for this implementing this? I'll forward this document. Anyone can tell me how much downtime we need for in production if you have to implement this?
Half day? I mean, like 4 hours.
Anyone has anything? Any other thing? So only half day it takes. Everybody agree with that, right? Okay. Everybody agrees. So I am also agreeing. Yes, it takes not more than half day. The reason is
1 hour. 1 hour.
No. What is half day? You can tell. Half day is correct only. See, the thing is, all of this can be done offline, except that like for example, registration. This registration part only we need we need to do for a downtime. And this AD integration.
Half day with Kishore, half day with first iteration or with many iteration?
No. When you go to when we go for test development, we take 2 weeks. Test will take test. Then UAT we take like 2 weeks. We take for any new installation we take 2 weeks. But in production we cannot take 2 weeks, right? Then how we can take how we take an half day? Half day why means all of these components where production is not involved, where you're not involved in production e-business, those things you will not do. So everything you will install and keep it, except when they give downtime, you just have to do a registration, deregistration, and this AD to OID, those things, profile enable, and run it and test it. Yeah, not more than half day. That is very good, right? Okay, so this one document I will I'll share this with all of you. You can you can use it, right?
Thank you, sir. Sir, last time I remembered you saying like have OID and OAM for the production a separate instance, and for the non-prods have it a separate instance.
No. In what happens is for normally for production we'll have only one OID OAM.
Mhm.
And for non-prod, like dev, test, UAT, we'll have only
Yeah, for
one.
all the inputs.
We will only have one, but you'll have like multiple instances
Instances
you can
configured.
have. Yeah, just like Discoverer. That's why I put, right, how to
So
support
all the
e-business.
non-prods, we can have it configured
One.
with one OID and
One.
OAM. And for the
Correct.
production, for the easy maintenance, we can have it on the separate OID and OAM.
Correct. That's correct.
So
Yeah.
in that sense, in short, we have one OID, OAM for all the non-prods and one for the prod. Okay.
That is correct.
That's
Yeah,
how we
that
need
is
to
correct.
configure. That is how we need to configure in the real time.
That is correct.
Right?
That is correct.
So,
Yeah.
Again, like if a question, maybe we may get a question like, why do we need to configure in that way? Why can't we use it one OID and one OAM for all the EBS instances?
See, nobody will put
what would be
production.
your
Yeah,
answer?
nobody will put disturb production. They will not put any development thing. Okay, so security wise, it's not correct, right? Are we having for e-business? Are you putting production, development, UAT on same machine? You're not putting, right? You're
No,
putting in a separate.
no.
Yeah, so the same logic applies to all the same production. They always keep it separate, and mostly servers configuration, everything is in a separate thing. They'll maintain separately.
Right.
So
Agreed.
they will So even the how much they provided RAM, game, everything also will differ. When they give for development, they give production. So that's the reason normally for
Right.
production they'll keep it separate. For development, they keep it. Yeah.
Okay, a nice point. But so we don't need like 2 licenses for using OID and OAM for, like 2 applications. What about licensing part?
Licensing part normally, right? If we, only for production only, if I'm correct, only when it's production only they'll charge. I don't think they charge for non-prods. I'm just thinking.
No, sir. They'll charge.
They will charge for DR.
Yeah, they charge for they charge for DR, but it's okay. I am not involved in all that licensing part, so they tell me to work. I'll work
for Srikanth, for non-production, they will not charge because it is not exposed to the vehicle. Only for the production and the DR, it is.
If you have DR, they will. Yeah, for DR, I know they implement, and mostly my understanding is only production. They have to charge. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Right. So that's pretty much. So are you clear with the complete flow and all?
Yes, sir. You really made flow things very easy.
Flow and all is very clear, Kishore, but when it comes to an implementation, we will get stuck.
No. Last time I did it. If you simply follow the instructions that was given by Kishore sir, you can simply do it. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Really a big challenge. It's a big challenging task.
But you know what? Yesterday issue was literally, I don't know why it took. Actually, I implemented, for one client on Red Hat Linux. I literally that literally killed me. And I have Red Hat Linux because Red Hat Linux document also. People who want to implement Red Hat Linux also.
Sir, I want Red Hat Linux only, sir. Most of the customers use RHEL only, right?
RHEL only. So in RHEL, right, you don't have a repository. You don't have a repository concept. So you have to install all the packages, right? And for for one issue, I searched during that time. I had one problem. The problem for one of the packages, like this libns2 devel. So this solution worked for me. So this you need to do a subscription and a DNF upgrade, and then you do install this package. So this really worked. If you search in Google, there are so many things for that. Lot of things. A lot of things are there. So then what this then why is this happening? This issue happened. Okay, yesterday I literally had to scratch my head till 11 o'clock night. It happened. Then morning 3-4 hours. But then I wanted in between. I changed my mind. I thought, okay. Why not I just install Red Hat Linux? But why am I escaping with this? Suppose if I get a customer in if I get a customer in Oracle, then I have to solve. That was based on that. I sat. So yesterday we were getting this creation of wallet failed for domain. right? Then I have provided all the support links. See,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
the thing is, there is a one document really helped, but at most 2-3 hours later on, this one document, this soft link, this particular soft link has helped me to resolve this one issue. It resolved. But after that, finally, I thought the issue got resolved. But that issue got resolved, but later on it failed for unable to establish O8 context, check O8. This will take another today morning it took again 3 hours. So for this, I had to apply 1, 2, 3 patches. 3 patches. So luckily, there are support link, but you need to put effort, right? All this, for these issues. There are 3 patches which I had to, which I need to apply. I provided all the 3 patches. So then that OAD setup got implemented.
So we are doing it on the 19C database, right, sir?
Yeah, 19C and Oracle Enterprise Linux 8, right?
Okay. Wow. So it means like we are all on the latest versions.
Yeah, that is what see, because in this the company where I worked last year I told I worked for one customer, so there the choice was given to me. So then I selected 7 only. Last year our mindset was 7 only, right? And I don't want to I don't want to go for 8, but this year I don't have a choice. They told 8 only you have to do. So I cannot tell that pass you go to 7, right? And go for 8. So
no,
then
that is a problem with the RHEL 8, sir, because it's like recently started deploying or moving to the RHEL 8. We don't have so many nodes in the Google or with the Oracle support. Also, these people also they are just preparing with 8. We are getting a linear support from the Oracle support also. And as you said, we don't have any repositories for RPMs for 8 RHEL.
Correct. So
Oracle Linux 8, which version is stable in the market, Kishore? Because recently for 2 productions I implemented 8.8 I have implemented.
8.3 is what kernel based on the kernel version. They mentioned it in the document. So 8.3, I think.
Okay.
Because
good. Okay.
I installed 8.8, so I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah. So actually last year for one customer on 7.9 only, they 7.9 only I went, and still the customer is 7.9. And only
7.9 will be outdated very soon.
I know, very outdated. So yeah, out of support. So we will be moving them to we'll move them to 8. And this year all implementations are RHEL only. RHEL 8. Okay. So now totally for all of this, right? I have documented it today. I spent a lot of time. So you have to follow like 1 to 8 documents, and all the patches required for e-business and everything required also I have put. So because we are going with 12 to 4, the first thing is you need to know from where you can download the software. So the first software you need is 19C. And then you need to download Fusion Infrastructure 12.2.14. Then you need Access Management 12.2.14. This is for OID. And one is Internet Directory. Then also you need WebKit. Also, WebKit also you can download from this. So you basically need 19C. You need OID software. You need OEM software. You need Java. And you need the web, Microsoft AD, Microsoft AD, you need that. Okay, so you have the softwares downloaded. If you can download it. If you don't have, you can ask me. I have I have kept everything with me. So the first step yesterday, if you want to implement in your home, I went through this. You get 180 days free. Now you can get actually you can try 2019 also. This was like 2-3 years before, but that doesn't matter. But still, so you can get 180 days free. Yesterday I showed you how to install it, and I showed you how to configure AD, because installation is very simple. Anybody can show you installation, but the main fun is how to implement this Active Directory. So for that, I showed you, like, you need to first you need to change the domain name. You need to change the domain name. You need to make that part of a DNS. You need to make this change the host name, or then only it will work. Okay. So then you need to have Active Directory setup. So for this, honestly, I have to tell you, I have to thank some people. If somebody has helped you, you have to thank, right? So I was just thinking, at the end I provided the link. So I just, all these steps yesterday we went through. We have spent a lot of time how to do this. This part yesterday I have already covered this. So after that, we also created one organization unit. We created some couple of users. So that was done in one. So initially you can avoid, Active Directory. If you think complex, if you think it is complicated, you can avoid Active Directory. Then how can I test it, SSO? Even you create a user like Vinay123, somebody has to mute. I think somebody has to, either Bhagat and Srikant, you can mute. Yeah. Syed also you can mute. Right. Yeah. So I have seen, actually, I bought a book in Amazon also long back. I think I remember. So they also, they haven't shown Active Directory. They have only shown OID. So in OID, you can create a user and that becomes like an SSO user. Still, you can test it. But because I am interested in Active Directory, I showed you. But if you feel it is complex, you can just go with OID, OEM, and all this part, like 2 to 8, 2 to 7, 2 to 7. Okay. So that is also fine. Yeah, you can install OID and OEM on separate machines. You can install OID and OEM in separate machines. Right. So the next very complex installation OID is. So for that, I'll take you to the install document and I'll go through the steps. So for this, yeah, first we need to install. Okay, now we'll remove 12C because we don't want 12C database. Now onwards, we'll only go with 19C database because 19C is always best. So basically, you install 19.3 and then you upgrade to 19.16. Okay. So you install Java, you install infrastructure, you install OAD, you install RCU, you configure Oracle Data Directory, you do some setups, you apply some patches on OAD required, then SSL configuration, OAD setup. So this one. And I'm telling you, OAD will literally kill you. No doubt about it. Absolutely. If you can do OAD, OEM is very simple. All these are not much trouble, but OAD will give you a little pain. Little pain, no pain, no gain. So you have to bear it. That's all. That's why nobody. Yesterday I given an example. This juniors will come and they dominate me only. But I had one very tough time at one place. You may laugh or not, but that has happened. The juniors will come and they dominate on us, and but nobody could dominate on OID because nobody can reach to that point. So that's why I was able to, handle the show because it's such a tough thing and very less people. And the thing is opportunity. Even you learn, you have to constantly learn, and you need to get an opportunity. And the pressure also you need to take, right? Because that is not working, this is not working, that user is not able to log in, this user is not log in. You know what? One night, 8 hours I had to troubleshoot one particular issue, direct production. And at one point, the client told, we don't want SSO. Can you remove it? Okay. So you cannot, in my company, we cannot tell that no. So then I had to sat 8 hours and I had to resolve that issue. So all that pain, if you the pain, if you go through, then you will dominate the subject. I'm just telling you. A lot of effort is there for that, absolutely. So you have to install 19.3 and upgrade 19.3 to 19.16, and you have to install the dev database. Apart from that, VNC, WinSCP, PuTTY you need. So we created one VNC. Okay, here in ETC host, today I had to change because we have so because we need to have entry of e-business also, because otherwise it will. because both have to talk to each other. Yeah, you should have entry of both. So otherwise, because both are linked, right? So on 19th installation, you install the pre-install requirements. So Oracle environment file, and you install the database. Because you're installing 19C, so you have to export this parameter and you have to, you have to run install to this. So then you install only the software. You install the software. After installing software, you upgrade it 19.3 to 19.16. So I provided the steps to upgrade 19.3. Very simple, not a big thing. So then you create the database. Then you create the database with the plug PDB name OEM dev. So this is the original database name, and this is the pluggable database name. So a simple database, anybody can install it. Then you install the Java. Yeah. So this is the DNS. Okay. So you create the start and stop scripts. You change few parameters. You take the backup. Then you install the Java, because we need to install the OAD first. Yeah, these screenshots are all 12.2.3, so I'll just remove it. Because I provided only one link where all the softwares are there, because I took 12.2.13, and then for one customer I implemented on. Don't want all the things which is not necessary. Okay, you download the Java. Okay, I don't want all this because this 12.2.13 screenshots will make you confused. I already provided one link where all the softwares are there, so that link is enough. Right. So how do you install? So you install JDK first. You install the JDK once, then you install the infrastructure, then OAD software. 3 steps: JDK, infrastructure, Oracle Internet Directory. Okay, you install the JDK. I think the minimum version is 241 you require. So I think I have to remove all these things here. 12.2.13, we will not have, few issues are resolved in 12.2.14. So that's why I just remove all the things, because nowadays if you are going with, yeah. So this is all correct. That's why few changes I did. 12.2.14 infrastructure you are installing. So it's very simple. First you install the infrastructure, and then you install the OAD server. Yeah, you install the OAD server. Yeah, so you have to go through this, you have to install, and for some prereqs, you'll be having some issues with some prereqs. So that's why you need to pass this one extra parameter, which is available in a patch. Okay, so that you need to do. Then you'll not have any problems. Otherwise, you'll have some packages issue. You'll have this packages issue. I provided the notes for this. I provided the notes for this. Why on 8 only you'll face few issues. Right. So yes. You go through all this is fine. Yeah, then you go with the RCU. RCU is part of it. So you will install the RCU components, which we have seen yesterday, but we'll just going through all of this. Then you take the backup. So now you run the configuration. You run the configuration. Yeah, that is all we went through all this yesterday. Only that OID setup only gave a problem. So then you start the admin server and the node manager. So you do this, and now this is the main step. Yesterday we had this problem. Yeah. So now here I provided the all the issues. So before I can forget, actually there are few things we haven't done yesterday. So I just don't want. Because again, I don't want to go through this document because I didn't do this step. So maybe this is yeah, just bear with me because when you go through it has to be very clean, because I know that there are a few steps. Some patch came. I don't think yesterday we applied these patches. Yeah, this part only I think I didn't do this. Yeah, issue is not present in a new OID server. But yeah, so this issue, whatever I removed, right, that was there in 12.2.13, but not in 12.2.14. So yeah, I just remember it. So now again we'll go to link. Yes, right. So for the yesterday, before running the OID setup, I had to, as a root user, I have to do this link as a link, and then you have to do some make, and then you have to apply 3 patches, 1, 2, 3. So I provided all the steps how to apply the patches, O patches, and then OID setup will run correctly. You will not have any problems. I pasted the yesterday screenshot itself. So, but that's not the end. But that's not the end. I had to do a lot of things. So after that, I had to start ODS. This is all okay, right? So 90% problems are solved here, but there is one component which will not start. Okay, there is one component which will not start. So that is, I'll show you. Okay, this is all simple few steps, which is available. This one, so dip, right? When you go to the dip, here there's a COT scheduler and a mbeans, so they will be down. This is this will take a pretty good time. That's why I wanted to cover today for you. So if this is down, the sync will not happen. I'll show that this is up or not. Yeah, I'll show you in this. See, this is up. So if this is down, right? If this is down, then the sync will not happen. Sync will not. You saw the flow, right? From Active Directory, it is coming to dip. And, yeah, OID, and from OID it is coming because of this scheduler. See, the meaning itself is right. COT scheduler. If scheduler is down, you will not have problem. So you will have this. It is down. How do you fix it? So then there is a couple of steps to be done. So yeah, I have taken all the pain for that. So whatever is marked in yellow, you need to you need to follow this, and actually you need to add some ciphers. You have to follow this blah 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 blah, and add go to the cipher suits and add 2 parameters. These 2 parameters you have to add. Cipher suits. These 2 you have to add. So you need to follow this this link complete flow and add these 2. Not only this, it not ended. It not ended. So yeah, that is one thing. And after that, you run this dip configurator. So that will again fail. How do you fix it? For that, you need to, there is a support link. In your Java, there is a Java security file. So that doesn't has all the required algorithms. In your Java, there is a Java security file. It doesn't has all the required algorithms. So it has only basic algorithms. So basically you open it and you update it with all the required algorithms. Then it will work. So that only these 2 only, that's why I told you it is very complex, because you in between you lose the interest, or so tough, or you would have searched Google, you wouldn't have got a solution. or whatever reason. But for me, there is no way. I cannot say no because I've been recruited for this OAD as an expert. So I cannot tell no. So yeah, I had to add this, and then it worked. Then the dip came up. Then the dip came up. Yeah. So one of our student, Hussein, he was our student. He joined our company. His link also has helped me a few things. Also, many links I had to go through in order to he attended one of our course. But yeah, so then the dip came up. Then I took a backup. So that is the only thing. Only OAD gives you little a tough time. But there are a lot of steps. You may as I told you yesterday, 5-6 hours, and today 7-8 hours. Almost 12 hours of work I did to complete all of this. So you can understand how much of work is there. Right. So next comes OEM installation. But I can only go through the screenshots and I'll provide you because the document is up to date. That I made it, ensure. Yeah, you download the OAD software and you install OAD. OAD software is again same. OAD software is again same. You install infrastructure, OEM software, RCU, configure domain, integrate OEM with OAD. This is one part which is extra. So you go through all of this. You install the infrastructure. Because OEM is separate, OAD is separate. Like Spencer has asked us, can we install OAD separate and OEM separate? Yes, you can install. In some companies, they will install OAD separate machine and OEM separate machine. It is all about you. So you install infrastructure separately.
Sir, what is your suggestion, sir, in sort of maintenance?
Only one. In most of the companies, because they don't want so much of maintenance, right?
Maintenance, yes, correct.
Yeah, actually, one company literally shouted, just for SSO, you need so much configuration. Yeah. So yeah, they made it very complex. Honestly. When you go to cloud, right? When you go to OCI, you don't have all this. No OID, no OEM. IDCS is there. And e-business asserter. Small component, one WebLogic you install. On top of it, you install one particular thing. That's it. It is very simple. One of my customer, as I told you, the project we didn't got. It was implemented by some other company. They only implemented. It was so simple. No ID, no OEM. That's all. From Azure AD, they moved all the users to OCI and e-business asserter. One simple component. That's it. But this is very complex. But mostly on premises. But for AWS, we have to do everything. For one customer, as I told you, this customer where it worked, it was on AWS only. Okay, so then you install the access manager. You go. This is all like you go to this. Then you install RCU. Yeah, install RCU. Yeah, install the RCU. Then you create a domain. Yeah, so say almost the steps are same. Only that there you install OID, here you install OEM. I'll continue. But here you have a totally different softwares now. Yeah, so that is 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you have different components called OEM server will come. Now you have a component called OEM server. Right? And also there is something called OEM console. So you do a lot of your configuration in most of you may be thinking, yes, a lot of things are there. Yes, a lot of things are there. it is up to you how you take it. Notes is there. See, now actually, Siebel came to me. Siebel came to me, you all know. Now I want somebody who can teach me, installation, who can teach me upgrade. Who can teach me installation, who can teach me upgrade. Or if he has some video tutorials, if he has video, I'm ready to pay 25,000-30,000, no problem. Right? So the same thing now, I have my document and I already know one guy is selling. I'm just waiting for the project to confirm. One guy is, they are, I think they are around 35,000 something like that. So like now a project came, what as a DBA, what you need? We need a complete step-by-step steps documentation. With if video is there, it's good. Now, same thing I'm providing all the steps what is been done. So then you just have to have a setup. You should have a setup to do, and go one by one you have to do. Thought I kept it. Yeah, nevertheless, it is a Siebel hub. One thing is there. Okay. So here, so you have to do some configuration steps are there, which is there in my document. So we create a store. And we, because we install Access Manager, and we have to link Access Manager with OID. So you provide all the OID information. So all of this is there. So then, when you test the connection, it will work. So basically, OAM, you are connecting with OID. Oracle Access Manager, you're connecting with people who have worked on previous versions. I think they can easily interrelate. For the new people, it will take some time, but Notes is there. So if you have a customer, you can do this. If you get a project, then you see, even I'm not buying. You can ask me, Kishore, why can't you buy that Siebel? But I'm just waiting for a confirmation, final confirmation. Once I get it, then I may buy it. So if somebody can, okay, you got a project. So then you just have to find out who is going to help me. You take that help and you just implement it. Even though I complete installation, still that upgrade I'm not sure how to do. So I just don't want it. Take a chance. So this completes the OEM installation. So then you need to integrate e-business with OID. So that is, whenever a user is created in OID, it has to come to e-business. So how to do that? So that is what only. So there are a couple of e-business patches what you need to apply. Now there are a couple of patches you need to apply. So that one today morning I applied. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 patches I have to apply today morning. Downtime mode applied. Shut down the system and applied all the patches. Then register e-business with OID. See, this is deregistration is only on the cloned instance. Suppose you cloned production to development, then only you have to deregister, but not on a fresh installation. Not on a fresh installation. Okay, on a fresh installation, you don't do that. You basically set up few profiles. Okay, few profiles. One is apps SSO, and one is apps SSO OID identity, and one is apps. Only 3 profiles what we set. Only 3 profiles. What we set. Then we do a registration. Then we do a registration. So here provision type 3 means you basically want to sync users from OID to e-business. So that's all. So after this you test it. How do you test it? You basically create. This is what I showed you. You create a user in OID and you see whether it came to e-business. So that's what I showed you. One, create like you create a user, and you see whether the user has come on. So today I tested it. Today, after doing this, So after doing this, I tested. See, that is what. So today afternoon, I think 4 o'clock, like 5-6 hours before, I was just working, and these are all the users which are created on 10th December. It came only because of that registration. Done. All right. So then now you need to register, integrate AD with OID. I showed you the first one, right? When a user is created in AD, it has to come to OID. And when the user comes to OID, it will go to eBusiness. That is covered in the previous document. When a user is created in OID, it comes to eBusiness. That is created in this document. But pulling the users from AD to OID is covered in this document. So here you basically collect the information of the Active Directory. So this is my Active Directory server name. This is the user ID password. In the real time, they provide you. They will not provide you administrator. They will not provide you administrator, but they provide you, they provide you some read-only username password. Okay, mostly port number will be 389. So you can test it whether you are able to connect. So if you go to your OID server, so first of all, you have to be able to ping to that machine, because my Windows machine is running on 12. Yeah, I'm able to ping. I cannot SSH because it's a Windows machine. So you cannot SSH, but I can verify whether the username and password is able to bind or not. See, I'm able to bind. I pass the Active Directory, user ID, and the password. So I'm able to bind. So next, I have to create a profile that I showed you. I created a profile. So you create a profile. You create a profile called AD to OID. You create a profile, AD to profile. Here you mention the host name, Active Directory. It is 14, it's written, but actually it is 12 because last year the document I prepared, it is 14, but it is 12 in our case. Okay. So you enter username and password, you test a connection. So once you test a connection, it has to take connection successful. But this is not enough. This is not enough. You have to do some mappings. You have to do mapping. So you have to do mapping between source. This source is Active Directory. This is OID. Yeah. So you change the, you change, see, I changed. So here, basically, which user should come? Which user should come? I just want only employees, appsdba.info. So only that users only will come. Suppose if I don't do this, and if I don't do this and I put like this, then all users will come. All users will come. So here only you're restricting. Here only you're restricting. So that's why you have mentioned this. Okay, that's why you have mentioned this. Okay. So then, like 5-6 years before, I had this issue. There is one other mapping rule I need to change. If I don't change it, what happens is all the users who are coming, right? All the users who are coming, there will be Srikanth at appsdba.info, Vinay at appsdba.info, okay, apps user at appsdba.info. I have to remove that appsdba.info because nobody will log in as Srikanth at appsdba.info. Like that, you want to remove that at appsdba.info, right? So for that, a small mapping has to be changed. So that's why you have to change one attribute. You have to change this attribute, and you need to do something like this. You take the SAM account name, I guess. You change the user principal name to SAM account name. SAM account name, because SAM account name in AD, okay, okay. To make it little interesting, I'll show you what is the SAM account name, because with 10 years of experience, I can talk. I've seen all that, So I'll just spend 1 minute for that. So all the users have come from AD, right? For example, Srikanth. Oops. Srikanth has come. We can get the complete history about Srikanth. If you click Srikanth, okay, if you click the attributes, right? Okay. See, we should not take user principal name. We should not take user principal name. So basically, we have to take UID. We have to take UID. And this is the complete history about Srikanth in AD, because these users are from Active Directory, right? So, see, this is the complete history about the location about the location of Srikanth. This is the department. Under department, he is one employee. So this entire thing is called a distinguished name. This entire thing is called a distinguished name, right? So basically, we don't want Srikanth at appsdb.info. So we just want Srikanth. So for that, a small mapping rule. We just have to remove user principal name and make it, you just want, UID tab. So for that, you need to do small change. And after that, sync will. After that, what you do is you run a command called bootstrap. You run a command called bootstrap. What is this bootstrap? You run only once. You don't run daily. So what this will do is, it will move all the users from AD to OID. It will move all the users from Active Directory to OID. And because you did the registration from OID to eBusiness, automatically the users from OID will come to eBusiness. That's why this has to be done after that registration, deregistration. You should not run before registration, deregistration. Very simple. This command will only bring users from AD to OID. If there are 2000 users, it will bring 2000 users. And because you already registered provision type 3, which is moving users from OID to eBusiness, once these users flow to OID, from OID it comes to eBusiness. That's why in the beginning, when I created a user in AD, it came to OID, and from OID, it came to eBusiness. This is only one time to just pull all the users. After this, as I showed you, you just create a user in AD, it comes to OID, it comes to eBusiness after this. Right, there are some diagnostic, diagnostic logs. Sometimes you open an SR, you have to update them, all this. And after this, you enable the profile. After this, you enable the profile so that sync will happen. If this profile is disabled, right, then sync will stop. Then you get a complaint. We have added a user in AD. He's not there in eBusiness. Then you go to ODSM, you search the user. Oh, the user is not there. Oh, did we enable the profile? Oh, then you go and check. Oh, okay, this is disabled. Now I enable it. So like that only, you'll have all this, small challenges and all. Right. So this is one part. Okay. So everybody is online, offline, enjoying, boring, confusing.
No, sir,
Hello?
we are following. We are following.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one is, we are almost to the end. So next one is 6 and 7. Okay. We are covering 6. So next one is this, we have to install the WebKit. We have to install the WebKit on eBusiness. In earlier version in 11G, in 12.1.3, we need to install this WebKit and this OAE, WebKit. We used to install in, and OHS. We used to install on the OID side. But from 12.2 onwards, because WebLogic is part of this, you can install these components in eBusiness itself. So first is you need to download the WebKit. You need to install the WebKit. Then you need to create a new managed server. So you will see that you will have a new managed server. So So that is ERP. I already done that. So it is 7,000.
So a
31 console.
new standalone WebLogic has to be installed, right, sir?
Yeah, WebGate.
Yeah, WebGate.
And after
And
once
then a
install the
new managed
WebGate, you get a new managed server. It is very specific to so you will have a new web. You see this OAE server. So normally you will have OA core, forms, and all this, but now this is only for our SSO part. And along with this, you will get you get a access gate. You get an access gate thing, and also because this is all important because especially
Sorry, little confusion, sir. Sorry, little confusion, sir. Sorry, little confusion,
yeah,
sir.
sure.
So we need to install the OAM or the WebGate on the EBS, on every EBS
Correct.
Instance, right?
On every EBS instance. Correct.
For dev, test, UAT, and
Yeah.
then prod.
Yes.
Okay.
Unit install.
And in this EBS WebGate, we need to add an additional managed server.
Yeah, you buy this command will do for you. You don't need that.
Yeah.
This command will do.
Yeah.
This command will do.
Okay.
This will also deploy the access gate required. One simple
Okay.
command will do everything for you.
Okay.
Right.
So this
So
is
then
the
so this is the thing, and you can see that OAE server 1. Right. So yes. So then you need to do a registration OAM. Right. So you need to do a registration. How do you do that? Register OAM 7,000. This is LDAP port and blah blah blah. You do a registration. So this will run auto config. If it is run auto config, everything is completed perfectly. But if it doesn't run, then there is some problem. Maybe something you messed up or something like that. And I'm telling you, 12.2 they automated everything. 12.2 they automated everything. Lot of your work is resolved. Actually after this we had to go to some 100 pages document. I think I still remember in an older version. In older version we had to do a lot of things. Yes, this WebGate is required a minimum. No, eBusinessGate anything. I think eBusinessGate will work on any version of 12.2. I don't think any 12.2. But most of the people now are in 12.7 and 12.8. So no, I don't think there is any minimum version what is required. Right. Actually, this has this has automated everything. One command, it actually there is it does everything for you. It does everything for you. And after that's all. You specifically have to just verify whether the profiles are there or not, anything, and you are ready for testing. You're ready for.
So it set up the EBS profiles also, sir, with the auto config. EBS
no. We have set this. We have set these profiles, right? We have already set these profiles in OID.
Okay.
Yeah, but this will set this profile. This apps authentication agent, right? It will set this profile for you.
Yeah.
Application authentication agent. But it will automate most of the things. Okay. So now that's all. You just have to bounce the entire application and OEM services. And now when you click this link, it will take you to the SSO link. Right. That is this is one part. Okay. Now I'll take to the final part, final documentation, finishing tasks. Actually, this finishing tasks long back, we had to do manually everything. That's why if you see, if required, verify. But what I found is in 12.2 onwards, everything is automated. So a lot of things are automated. So it became very easy. So we actually have to do so many things. So many things. I went through. That's why all that hard work is helping me now. I'm enjoying it. Right. So here now you can connect to console and just verify. That's all, only verification. Search. You will have one. You will have this QA appsdb.info. Okay, just check authentication. Earlier version we had to create all this manually. We had to create manually, create authentication. If required, verify. Only verify. Now only verify earlier. That's why I kept it. Go and verify. So this is all when the previous command has successfully run, all of this has been added for you, automated for you. But you can just verify all this, whatever is there, right? You just have to verify. See, earlier version, it was like LDAP schema and we have to change it to some other thing. But now, now it has been automated for you. So automated. All this is just verification. So you just don't need to do anything. Only one command we need to do extra. Only one thing. So after this, when you log in, it will only work with OID users only. It only works with OID users. It will not work with Active Directory. It will not work with Active. Then how do you make it work? Okay, so that is why. See, if you try with AD user, you will get this incorrect or is password. Okay. So the solution is you need to set up Java external authentication plugin. You need to set up this. So for that, you need to go to ODSM. You need to go to you need to go to advanced. You need to go to the bind, and you have to tell like what is your bind subscription, what is your Active Directory information, what is the port number. So we need to enable the plugin, and we need to add the 3 properties. This is the only other thing. This is the only thing what you need to do, because you need to it has to work with Active Directory users. This is one extra step. You do not know. I think 2012, 2013. After coming to this, I think Srikanth knows it. After coming to this stage, first time when I'm doing, I was literally tired.
It's challenging thing at the day.
I don't know. I was tired, vexed. Health also went for a toss. All the health issues came. Then again, this came. Why it is not working with AD users? So only one step, but still now I enjoy this. Yeah, now it is very simple, but I still remember those days. Almost 10, 11 years. Still that night it is.
With the latest Java resolved the issue, right, sir? The latest version of Java.
No, yeah, we have to do this manual steps. Still now we need to do this. We just have to go here and tell what is your Active Directory, where it has to search, and what is the port number of your Active Directory 389. So you have to do, then only it works for you. So then only it works. So now it works for AD users. So after that you can. So with this, I added few troubleshooting. Very important commands are there. So even in my company, we are pretty much done with this. So we get small issues. User is there in AD, user is not there in OID, user is there in OID. This and then all these things will come. So for that, I prepared. I know I prepared this troubleshooting document, which I'm going to share with you. So with this, I think you can solve most of the issues. Most of the issues you can really solve. So that's pretty much what I have. So you guys can. First thing is you need to install on your system to gain confidence. That is the only way. How you do and all softwares I can support. If you want some servers also, you can ask me if you want to work on my servers, or in on a cloud, you can create servers and you can practice, or on your local machines, you can practice. So many options you have, but only when you practice, you will know. And it will not come. See, yesterday I started, right? Yesterday I started and today I completed. Yesterday, okay, 8 hours effort, and today like 6-7 hours of effort. Within 14 hours, I completed. I'm telling you, for you, initially it may take 3-4 weeks, because to understand, to troubleshoot and everything. Then to come to this speed, it comes with your experience, but you need to start one point. But as I told you, only when you get, this is all is required in most of the companies. So in most of the companies, it will put you. Yes. So yeah, I will. I have all the patches required separate. I'll put in Google Drive. So it is a big thing, but a lot of patches are there. But still, you can download it, or I can also provide for you. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have for all of you. I think thank you for all of you for being. Hope you guys have enjoyed the sessions.
No, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You're teaching an excellent, wonderful technology for us. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I too enjoyed it. A lot of learning for me also. Fine-tuned. I fine-tuned lot of documents with this in this batch. Honestly, I have to tell you, because 3 months I got a very good down, because if at all I have to show you, especially RAC was very good. RAC migrating e-business to RAC on 8 was very good, and that especially that DNS part. The DNS part was really good for me, which has helped, because I was looking for 3-4 solutions, and finally I cracked that DNS. That DNS, it was a miracle for me. It was really helped me a lot to show you that load balancer, how the load balancer works. Okay. So great. I have work. Anything, you can always reach me. I know we are always there in the thing. Yeah, sir, suppose if you want to review, you can always review. At any point of time, you can always you can approach me either by mail. I'm available, or in the WhatsApp group. Otherwise,
No, so,
thank you
so
for.
sir, two topics I told you. So
Yeah,
sir,
I know.
forward the notes.
Yeah, I will forward the notes. One for OEM and one for lift and shift. I'll forward the documents, and at some time I'm just little busy. Maybe sometime I can go through those things. Okay. Yeah, sure, ma. So no worries. So we'll catch up again next year. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Happy learning.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you, Khalid.
Okay, thank you.